Today we're diving into how one country is taking on one of the biggest challenges in tech right now: how to make AI trustworthy enough for government. Their solution? Well, it's a pretty radical new idea they're calling a national AI immune system.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Would you really trust an AI to do your taxes? Or to make decisions about your health? What about your legal rights? These aren't just sci-fi questions anymore. Governments all over the world are in a mad dash to bring AI into everything they do.
And that rush, well, it creates the single biggest hurdle they've got. How do you make sure the AI is reliable, safe, and actually trustworthy? While pretty much everyone is still wrestling with this, Jordan thinks it's found a revolutionary answer.
Okay, so let's really get into this. At the very heart of the matter is the AI trust problem. Look, when an AI used by the government messes up, and believe me, it will mess up, who's on the hook? Who's accountable? How can you possibly trust a digital service if you can't be sure it's fair or even accurate?
This isn't just some abstract tech problem, It's a huge national issue. Poor AI quality means you get inconsistent public services, where you get a totally different answer than your neighbor. It opens the door to biased or just plain wrong decisions that can seriously impact people's lives. And all that does is breed frustration and mistrust. It wastes a ton of money fixing AI screw-ups by hand, and ultimately, it can bring a country's entire digital transformation to a grinding halt.
So staring down that massive challenge, Jordan is proposing something completely different. We're not talking about another software tool or a slightly better algorithm. No, they're talking about building a national infrastructure that's dedicated, from the ground up, to AI quality.
See, the old way, which is pretty much what everyone is doing right now, is a total patchwork. You've got a bunch of scattered tools, you're always reacting to problems after they've already happened, the system never actually learns from its mistakes, and audits are just these one-off events. Jordan's system, which they call ASCQ, completely flips that script. It's one unified system that gets ahead of errors, learns from them so they don't happen again, and, this is key, creates a verifiable, rock-solid audit trail for every single decision.
So what exactly is this ASCQ thing? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a national immune system for AI, right? Just like your body's immune system is always patrolling, spotting threats, dealing with them, and then remembering them for next time, ASCQ does the exact same thing for a country's AI decisions. It's this closed-loop, self-improving system designed to keep the entire national AI ecosystem healthy, reliable, and safe. And a line from their proposal just nails it. This is not another model. It's not a plugin. It's a verifiable national infrastructure for quality control. They're aiming to build something as fundamental to their country's digital future as the internet itself.
So how in the world does this AI immune system actually work? All right, let's prop the hood and take a look inside this self-improving loop that makes it so special.
It all happens in this really elegant cycle. The moment a request comes into an AI model, ASQ steps in. First, it analyzes the request. How complex is it? What's the risk? Then, it evaluates the AI's potential answer across a whole bunch of quality checks. If it spots an error or a weak point, it automatically corrects it right then and there. And here's the magic part. It then remembers that correction, so it can apply the fix instantly next time. And every single one of those steps gets logged in a secure, tamper-proof audit trail.
Now, this evaluation process is incredibly deep. It's not just asking, hey, is this factually accurate? It's also checking if the answer is coherent, if it's relevant to the context, if it follows all the rules and regulations, if it's safe, and even if it's citing its sources correctly. This kind of multi-layered check is what makes the quality control so incredibly tough. And all of that builds up to what they call persistent correction memory. This is basically the system's brain, and it's the real secret weapon. Unlike other tools that just give you a score, ACHQ actually learns. Every single correction it makes gets stored away, building this massive, ever-growing library of fixes. What that means is the entire national AI system just gets smarter, more reliable, and more stable over time, all by itself.
Now, this is obviously a huge leap in technology, but the real story, the true impact, goes way beyond the tech itself. So what does this actually mean for Jordan in the real world?
The numbers they're projecting are frankly staggering. First off, they're expecting a 30 to 50% drop in repeated AI errors. Just imagine how much frustration and wasted time that saves for everyone, from citizens to government employees. Next up, an estimated 20 to 40% jump in efficiency across government ministries. That's a massive productivity gain, freeing up people and money for other critical services.
And finally, by making all the AI tasks smarter and more efficient, they project it'll cut wasted cloud computing and energy costs by 25 to 35%. So it's not just better, it's also cheaper and greener.
So when you add it all up, this isn't just an upgrade, it's a national game changer. It's going to create new, high-value jobs in things like AI auditing. It'll slash government operating costs, and it helps build back citizen trust. On a bigger scale, it positions Jordan to become an exporter of this advanced regulatory tech, all while building its very own sovereign AI capabilities right at home.
But here's where the ambition really kicks into high gear. This vision doesn't stop at Jordan's borders. The idea here is to create a global blueprint for trustworthy AI, and to have Jordan lead the charge.
And listen, this isn't just a dream. There is a concrete plan. You can see the roadmap here. It lays out the whole path, from a national pilot program to building an international coalition, and then, the big one, publishing an official ISO standard for AI quality. That would create a globally recognized benchmark for how to do AI right. This is a serious, long-term strategy. So the ultimate goal is crystal clear, and it is incredibly ambitious. Make Jordan the place where the world's first real, comprehensive standard for AI quality was born.
If they can pull this off, it would be absolutely transformational. It would put Jordan on the map with massive global visibility and fundamentally strengthen its technological sovereignty. It would mean they're not just another country buying foreign tech, but a nation creating global standards.
Which leaves us with one last, pretty fascinating question to chew on. In a world totally dominated by a few tech superpowers, is it possible that the global standard for making AI trustworthy, the very bedrock of our digital future, could actually come from Jordan? It's a bold, bold vision, and you can bet the rest of the world is going to be watching very closely.